It's National Budget Day again in South Africa. Today, Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana will finally present the 2025 budget, outlining the economic path the country will take in the year ahead. Now, today's speech will lay bare the government's fiscal strategy, especially after last month's controversial delay. So what should we be keeping an eye on during the address? Let's break it down to a few topics. At the top of the list is value-added tax, which was the main reason the budget never happened in 2025. Now, this was because members of the GNU refused to sign off on a 2 percentage point increase. The key question now is whether the finance minister will revisit the VAT increase. We've heard 0.5, 0.75, or if alternative measures will be proposed to address the country's fiscal shortfall. Next up, social grants will be in the limelight, and they usually go up. But does government have the cash to make this happen? The social relief of distress grant was introduced for the unemployed during the COVID pandemic. Now, critics have raised concerns over the government's failure to pay all qualifying recipients, and with the rising costs of these grants, the financial strain on the country could become even more significant. Now, the biggest headache for the country, and I'm sure it's for all, is debt. If the country were an individual, it would be living on a very expensive credit card debt, with debt to GDP soaring quite close to 70%. Now, a large portion of tax revenue, money that could be used for vital services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure, is instead being funneled into interest payments. In fact, over 20 cents of every R1 collected in taxes, our taxes, now goes towards servicing this crippling debt. And finally, will the budget speech even happen? At 2 p.m., all eyes will be on whether the speech goes ahead and whether cabinet backs what the minister tables. The clock is ticking, and South Africa is waiting to see where the government will allocate spending and, crucially, how they plan to generate revenue.